Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So, we're going to have a criminal conversation.
Let's do
We
it.
are going to have a criminal conversation. So, we are continuing the Sheena Bora murder tapes. I thought we should probably start. We both agreed that maybe starting a little bit back in the last phone call would help us out. So, this is Rahul and Peter. And this is kind of where Rahul drops the bomb of this text coming in, and pay attention to how these guys react and see what you think.
Gosh, then I would know, I would feel 99.99% sure that she has gone with some intent with that money and on that long weekend somewhere. I may not believe that she's necessarily gone to Nagpur, but I would believe that she's gone somewhere. All right? And if she had earlier indicated to somebody close to her that she was looking to get out of her relationship, right? Then
who did she indicate this to? To who? To Indrani? She didn't indicate to any of her friends. She didn't indicate to anybody else.
I'm talking about to Indrani.
Yeah, obviously. So, I mean, somebody who she hasn't spoken to for 3 years, why would she suddenly feel that she has to, you know...
And she then, after not speaking for 3 years, she's the one who initiates an email.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Why? Why does she initiate an email? So that she can go and die?
No, I'll tell you why. Because me and you weren't in touch, Papa, and she felt bad for that, and she felt it was somewhat her, you know, her partly her doing, her responsibility also. And she thought if she can patch things up with Indrani to a certain extent, then maybe that will also change.
Okay, but let's assume that is so. All right, so she patches up with Indrani. Within a week of that patching up, she then says to Indrani, "Look, I need some money. I need to do something. I want to get out of the relationship. I need 30,000 bucks. I have 30,000, then goes changes to 40,000. Okay, and then after that, she says, I'm not going back. I'm going away from here. That's it. Where do you want to get dropped back? I want to be dropped back to Emerson's. Right?
Was that okay? Was that did she? Listen, can I ask you something? Can I ask you something? Did she get dropped off to Emerson's in the night or in the morning?
No.
In the night,
darling.
Sure. Because I got a message from her. I got a message from her in the evening saying she's having a good time and she'd enjoying talking to Indrani and she'd quite like to spend the night with Indrani.
You got a message, is it?
Yeah.
What time?
I'll tell you. It was in the night. It was in the evening time. It was from Sheena. She said when I was asking her what time shall I collect you and whatnot, she sent me a message saying that she's enjoying chatting with Indrani and she'd like to spend. She mentioned Indrani as Indy, and she said she'd like to spend the night. XX. I'll see you in the morning. What? No, I can show you on my phone. What? You know, I'm not lying.
No. What? I'm not saying you lying. What time was that message, darling?
That message was in the night time. I can't remember exactly. It was quite late. It must have been 11, 12 or something like that. Quite late.
No, Rahul. I mean, just 1 second. Yeah,
hello?
Oh, I will call you back. Please another call. Yeah. Just call rather than yeah. You have to call. Yeah, I'll check just see in your phone how I call you. If you want, I can call you in 2 minutes. Okay. Check what time that message was.
Okay, all right. Call me back in 2 seconds, huh? 2 minutes.
I'll call you in 2 seconds.
All right.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
I just thought we should pause there for a minute to just take that in before they kick it off to something else. So this is what we were discussing.
Yeah. Yes.
And wow, what a reaction, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
What
it seems
time
like
is it,
Rahul
darling?
had to...
You dropped a bomb, let's face it.
Yeah, and it seems like he had the same reaction, like, "Oh, you dropped her off to Amarson's in the night," and then he like cross verifies whether she stayed the night or not. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
the bomb.
he's been going along with that story for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and then he kind of drops this bomb.
Yeah.
He in all these previous phone calls, he has not mentioned this. And for those of you who have listened to the previous episode, you will know that we had kind of went like, wow, from where to
Yeah.
where. Rahul is like secret agent.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is an investigative mind. He's got one big investigative mind. And
Yes.
they do not see this coming.
No. They
And
just want to
it's
get off the phone.
Yeah, it's like, hey, the other phone's. Meanwhile, we've listened to Indrani in the background on a few calls, right?
Mhm.
While they're having a conversation. But this one, it's like, hey, we got to go. Now,
Yeah.
we don't know what's going on. We don't know, what they're busy doing, or like if they're waiting, they have guests. We don't know anything. So benefit of the
Mhm.
doubt. But
Yes.
boy, did they react and run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Rahul is like, call me back, huh? In 2 seconds.
Yeah,
or
hey,
2 minutes.
2 minutes, right? Huh?
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Call me back.
Like,
yeah.
I want your agreement. I want it in
Yes.
writing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got to love them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Seriously.
yeah. So, really excited to see now where this goes.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
All right.
Say again. I didn't catch. It was breaking. It was breaking. I didn't get it. Didn't hear what you were saying.
Sorry. The Sunday message is at 1:10.
So one is first time is 6 p.m. at Amarson's is good. She's asking. Has to leave by 4:45 p.m. Okay? The next message is
International Airport cross corridor traffic by he say 6:15 man Bajibo something whatever that is. Right? Which means I probably get there by 6:15.
Okay. What time was that?
That was at 1:10 UK time, which is at 1:10 plus 4.5.
Okay.
So, they said international airport.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, it's all the same.
it's all the same. Yeah. I just
Yeah,
wanted to point that
it's-
out. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's all the same. Yeah.
Right.
It's
So, I love the way that Peter is going into UK time.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I'm
What is
saying.
that?
It's like they've had the amount of time between these phone calls, and yeah. I mean, you'd think he'd have converted the time and what have you. Anyway, I don't want to stop this. But I thought we should pause to clarify about the airport.
Sure. Sure.
At 5:40
A.M. P.M.
No PM, Mary.
P.M. Yeah. Okay.
That means she's crossed the international airport, right? And she's heading towards Amarson's to meet. And instead of 6 o'clock, she's running. She expects to be there by 6:15. Okay.
Correct. That's when that's when I'm driving her there, right? We're in the car
Right.
together. And
That's
I'm driving.
probably when you're driving.
Yeah.
So then she's got there done the evening, and in the evening after she's been dropped off, she sends a message from her phone, darling, to Indrani saying, so good to see you again. Hope
11, this will be about 11:20.
5:52 plus plus 4.5 hours. Okay. That won't be 11 days. It'll be 5:52 is 4.5 hours. Huh? So 9.
11:30.
It's 5:52. 5 plus 4 is 9:30. 9 will be what? 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. Actually, this message sorted out. This message came at 10 o'clock, huh?
5:52 p.m. Okay, UK time. So you add 4.5 hours to that.
Yeah. Which message was this?
This is the one that says, so good to see you again. Hope Rahul doesn't chase me now.
Okay. Thanks for the dosh and all that.
Yeah, we'll get in touch in a week.
Yeah.
Now, same phone, same person, same everything. I send you a message saying, listen, I want to spend quality time and all. I'm going to stay overnight.
Okay.
What? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and it comes from the same mobile phone. It's not sending from a different phone.
No, obviously, but the same phone, anyone can pick up a phone and send a message. No, that's the thing. Go to the
Yeah, they can. They can send the same message to Indrani, right? And they can send the same message to Sheena, to you, or different message to you saying that,
0456269. I have only one number.
That's the number ending with 69, right? Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. So, I tell you what, I think you have these things going on in your head, and I can understand that. I have no this thing with, all I'm trying to convince you and, get you to understand, that you should not be overtly concerned about her well-being at this point. Her well-being is, I don't think she's gone on the bus or anything happened to her, okay? I think she's absolutely fine. She's playing a game. She's gone with somebody else. She doesn't want to put you on ease right now. She's told you something and she's kind of carried on, and she'll show up in a few days.
God, I hope so.
When you see her email, which I saw yesterday, right, and then you showed it to me on our laptop, you see what it says? It says dates.
It says?
It says dates, 28th of whatever, April 1st of May. It's a long weekend, right? Tomorrow's a holiday in Bombay also.
Yeah.
She's not going to show up till tomorrow for sure.
Yeah.
Wherever she's gone. So, you tearing your hair out and wanting to leap off the building and all this is insane. Rationalize it, Srikant.
I'm trying. I'm only getting to know this from you now, right?
Darling, you are only, because I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing the phone message now. And he told me about it, right? I wanted to see her on her, she showed it to me on her phone from Sheena's phone. Indrani forwarding it to me on my phone doesn't mean the same. Anybody can forward a message, right?
Yeah.
Say, send me a message and say it's been forwarded. At some point. If you receive it from a phone, it's a different thing. So don't,
sorry, just tell me.
If I thought for a second, let me tell you that I did briefly that day, before yesterday, when you were saying, office doesn't know, you don't know, I don't know, what the hell could have happened. That's why we called Devin Bharti. Right? And he's not a guy, I promise you, darling. One day, if you get a chance, I will introduce you to him. He's not the sort of guy that I would waste his time. He handles sort of mega issues, right? Terrorism and people running in from Pakistan and all this kind of shit, right? And I happen to, he used to be, how I know him, just so you know, he used to be head of the immigration department. Okay, and when I was at Star, he was very helpful to us because we had a whole bunch of people come from Hong Kong, didn't have a visa, this thing, that thing. We used to call him to help us get them in for a day and out again and all that kind of thing. On short-term visas, right? So I got to know him. And he's the guy who was responsible for the department that does PIOs and OCIs and all that. Right? That particular visa department. So we got the same when I went to get my own OCI done and so on. Now, that's how I know him. Then last time when I was in Bombay, December time or whatever, I ran into him. He used to walk on the Worli Sea face in the morning, so I happened to see him after a long time. So he said, come one day, come and have a cup of tea. I've got a new job and all. I'm now head of crime. I said, oh, very good. Big boss and all. So I said, okay, we'll come by and have a cup of tea with you. So we stopped and had a cup of tea with him in his office in the central part of Bombay and met him in his office where his office is, right? So he's not the sort of guy that I would, willy-nilly call him and, waste his time in any situation. Unless I genuinely needed his assistance, right? So, there's some people you don't phone just like that and just, ask them to help without being really kind of, you don't have any other option kind of thing. So that was it. So I called him. And he just got back and I called him right at the very end and thank you ever so much for getting back and giving so much detail in such short space of time. So, I'm pretty convinced if you put all the dots together, this is Sheena's way of doing, a runner, and doesn't want to break your heart until she's kind of at that point of doing so, right? And in the meantime, keeping you, comforted by saying, listen, I'm okay, I'm going to spend the night and that. So now when I see this evening, I'll show you the emails. These are specific to Nagpur and dates, etc. Tomorrow is a holiday in Bombay. Today, most people take Monday off because Tuesday is a holiday. Long weekend. She's not going to show up till tomorrow evening at the earliest, Rahul. Okay?
So when was the last message you received from her? Or Indrani received from her?
The last message was that one. This one takes it. I think it was that one.
Say, I couldn't make it out.
Julian. That evening when we were calling Deven Bharti and speaking to you, not yesterday, the day before yesterday evening, I tried calling Sheena's number, just as this thing. So the first time it came switched off. The number is switched off or whatever. The second time I called again, it was his number is out of unreachable. So now here it says, this was the last message was that one, 24th April at 10.
Was when 24th evening at 10?
I think 24th evening at 10 p.m. 2200 hours India time.
Okay.
Right. After which he sends you messages.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And just prior to that, she sent a message to Indrani, which is this one at 10 o'clock.
Saying it's lovely to meet. Thanks for the dosh.
Lovely to see you. Thanks for the dosh. See you in a week. Don't give Rahul my hope.
Yeah.
We'll get in touch in a week.
Yeah.
Thanks for the dosh. Love you heaps. Yeah, please don't. Hope Rahul doesn't chase me now. No. Why would somebody say that? Anyway. Now look, if you're able to come this evening, come. All right? We'll, we're at home, we can have dinner and then you can go back or whatever. I'll show you the email, show you the SMS, and show you whatever.
What do you think Rahul is thinking right now? I mean, they're really saying that, she sent you she lied to you. She said she was staying with Indrani. That was a lie. And meanwhile, she's telling us that she's going to go away for a week. We'll talk to you in a week.
Yeah.
And this whole thing about the airport.
I mean, it's said, spun, whatever it is, but it's just done in such a way that you can't refute anything. So some of it sounds like, well, yeah, she told you this, but she told us this, so she's the bad guy. But it's also said in such a way that you can't refute anything. So it's like if she sent you a message at 11, but she sent us this message at 10. So, go figure. It's like you can't refute anything. They've managed to avoid being pinned, like just getting pinned down on a specific fact. They've just managed to avoid that. And it could also mean that they're genuinely innocent and they don't have anything to hide, but it's like everything has been explained away. That
Yeah,
this is
and
Sheena pulling.
they don't, the question of where did she sleep doesn't seem to be, the implication is she was with the guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's run off.
She's run off, and how can we know who she's with?
Yeah.
And she's, in other words, it's sort of like she's run off. Of course, we don't know where she slept. She's telling you one thing, she's telling us another.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then, and just that whole speech about Dave and Barty, like
Yeah. Yeah.
character, reference, like, like,
Yeah. It's like, what
he's
did I
like,
ask?
yeah, it's, listen, it's like this guy's not going to lie to us. We had a very friendly relationship built over time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's a big guy. I don't want to waste his time. So it's like giving information and then saying, don't ask me to ask him anything else without saying that.
Yeah,
Then
I
it's
only
also
go to him
bringing
for
up his
important stuff.
credentials. It's like bringing up his credentials to say, why would he lie? Also that the information would be solid because he's a big guy.
Yeah.
Do you
But it's
think
also like
yeah, go ahead.
it's also like I can only go to him with important stuff. This is too frivolous for me to keep
Yeah,
asking him to do.
I've gone as far as I
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. It's troubling
I,
you, which is unreasonable, but I can't go any further because Sheena's just run away. So, I'm not gonna ask this high profile guy to do me any favors.
right. And I'm sure that Rahul in part is thinking, what do I think about this? Now I'm getting information that I haven't gotten before suddenly.
Yeah.
So they've known all this stuff from the beginning of these conversations,
Yeah.
that there was a plan in place, and she said, talk to you in a week.
Yeah.
But they didn't tell him up front.
Mm-mm.
So we discussed that last time. But I'm sure his brain is just not knowing whether to believe that he's the jilted fiance
Yeah.
or not, and that there's something not adding up to him. And of course, he's already made that point that, you don't have to be with your phone. Anybody can be on a phone. Anybody can send a message from her phone. So
Yeah.
he probably is also trying to figure out, okay, did she write that message about at so it's like this. If she wrote that message at 10, then how did I get
Mm-hmm.
this message at 11 saying that she's with Indrani? So was the first message true and the
Mm-hmm.
second message from someone else?
Mm-hmm.
Or are they both fake messages?
Yeah.
Like what,
Right.
what I mean? He's got to be going down the line of saying, okay, let's say she did say that. That means my 11 p.m. or whatever, because he doesn't really say the time,
Mm-hmm.
is not real. So I'm sure he is just not knowing what to think. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what I was thinking. If I were in his place, I would not know what to believe anymore.
Yeah, and I think that's the idea, right?
Yeah.
I
It's like
mean,
also it seems like they had a strong relationship, Rahul and Sheena, and he he it seems like he thought that she would never do this to him. But now he's been given this narrative which sort of defies what he understood this person to be. And then whatever communication he has with Sheena, it's like nothing that he has he can rely on anymore.
absolutely.
Everything is just spun differently. So it's like, what is really true anymore? What do you believe?
So it's like this. You may have a message from Sheena after the message we have,
Yeah.
but that's just a lie.
Yeah.
She was lying to you. So he was using that message to impeach them,
Yes.
right? In the last call.
Yeah.
He was like, well, what about this?
Yeah.
And now they're coming back with, oh, we have a reason. We have an explanation for that.
Mm-hmm. She was just running
And,
away from you.
and then you come over here and we're going to show you everything.
Yeah.
You know, because seeing is believing. But that wouldn't satisfy Rahul, because it's like anybody could be messaging from her phone. So he's really in a conundrum, if you ask me.
Right. Yep.
Right. So it's like, okay, did someone at 10 p.m. So if he's going to think that there's any lie of a message, it's going to be the 10 p.m. one.
Yeah.
But that means that then his also doesn't make sense anymore. Yeah, I mean, it's circular, right? And which is
Yeah,
what I'm
exactly.
demonstrating. We're absolutely
Yeah.
demonstrating the circuitous bind the guy is in.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, it's really interesting because I'm thinking, is he might be saying, I'm going to get in the car right now and go. You know, I want to see this stuff. But I'm sure there's the other side of him says, yeah, I don't really know if I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think Peter also says something interesting when Rahul asks him, why did you say all this before? And Peter's like,
Yeah.
I was just shown all this. I was shown all this yesterday by Indrani.
Right.
So it's like, is it real? Is it made up?
Yeah.
Did
I mean,
it just strike them that it was all there all along? Like, what is it?
well, and then it's like, okay, Indrani knows all this and Peter doesn't know.
Right.
Why isn't Indrani saying it?
Yeah.
Why, you know, did he yell at her and say, hey, why didn't you show us all this before?
Yeah.
We don't know anything. Like, we don't know what happened. Because they had talked about some emails and some messages, you know, really vaguely and generally.
Mm-hmm.
So Peter only got interested to see them yesterday. I don't know. You know, it's just
Yeah.
it is such a mess. And,
It's a
you know,
mess.
it's a mess. And I just, you know, it's poor Rahul is all I can think. And
Yeah, I mean,
still there's no concern. But anyway, go on.
yeah, no compassion. I mean, no wonder he wanted to jump. It's like
Yeah.
his whole world has shifted, and nobody seems to really understand the gravity or take him seriously. It's like you
Yeah.
were so stupid, you didn't even see that this girl could do this to you. So now come to your senses, move on with your life.
Mm-hmm.
As if it happens every day that people just ghost you like this. Your own fiance will ghost you like this. It's just very upsetting.
Right. Okay, I guess we can see what happens. Oh, by the way, OCI, Overseas Citizen of India, I think. I'm trying to remember what an OCI is. That was when he was talking about David Bharti. That is a status for people
Mhm.
of Indian lineage or descendancy.
Yes.
It's a special visa status. Just wanted to fill people in.
Yeah. Overseas citizenship of India.
Yeah. There we go.
I just
Yes.
wanted to say one thing to situate us if this helps at all. So Peter says that tomorrow is a holiday. I think he's referring to May 1st, which means that these calls might be happening on the 30th of April on a Monday. So about almost a week after Sheena disappeared.
I think he said that Tuesday was the holiday.
Yeah, so that's May 1st.
Right.
So this is Monday, April 30th.
No, because he mentions Monday in the thing. Well, I think it's a Sunday. It's a Saturday or Sunday, I think. We could go back.
Because he says long weekend.
Yeah.
We don't
And
have to. Maybe they
yeah,
just take the day off in the middle. But yeah, it's either the 30th or the 1st then. So they're right now on the 29th or the 30th. So
so we're
Sunday or Monday.
yeah, so we're still within the week of her disappearance, which is I think your main
Yeah.
point.
Yes. Yeah.
They're
Thanks.
confusing us.
Yeah. I don't know who I
Really,
am anymore.
truly,
Yeah.
truly. It's like
Seriously.
the time in their hands is putty, apparently. It can just
Yeah.
expand and contract as required. Okay, let's
Seriously.
see where this goes. What do you think?
We have to. Let's
Yeah,
do
we've
it.
got to see where it goes. It's like, again, the rubbernecking at the
Yeah.
accident. Hang on.
Yes.
Hi.
Hmm. I guess so. What time are you in? What time are you in Bombay?
5:15
Right. Okay.
at the airport.
Okay.
So assuming it's on a little bit here and there timing wise, should be home by no later than 6:30.
Hmm.
So you aim to be there by 6:30, no?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hmm?
I guess so. I might just get out of Bombay for a while, to be honest.
Yeah, Bombay for a while is great. You want to come with us to England?
No. I'll go somewhere by myself for a little while.
Alright.
I guess I'll just do a Sheena for a little while. Why not?
What?
I'll just do what Sheena's done for a little while, right? Just disappear for a little while.
Disappear for a little while. Yeah. Go somewhere. Go to the mountains.
Yeah. Don't need anything. Don't need any clothes, anything.
Go to Rishikesh. And spend a week, 10 days there, and you'll feel really, I think, it'll be good. Clear up all your thinking and everything, and get a perspective on everything, and then you return, nah?
I can't help it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go to the mountain for 10 days and return exactly like I feel now, but worse. Way
Yeah.
worse. Sitting in the
Yes.
mountains with this rolling around your head. Like, good luck with
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
I couldn't help it. I'm just thinking, go to Rishikesh? Like, seriously? Do I want to have deep thoughts right now? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, I've got a missing fiance. I have all these conversations going around in my head 100 times. None of them make sense or lead anywhere. I'm gonna go out into them. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I'm like, I
No.
can't think of a worse idea.
Yeah.
It's like go somewhere where there's no one else.
Yeah.
And
Great.
get
Say that
more
to somebody
isolated.
yeah.
You
Who's
know,
suicide. Yeah.
like
Sure.
don't see another soul. A suicidal
Yeah.
guy. Send him to
Yeah.
Rishikesh. You know what I'm understanding? You know what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
Why would you
Seriously.
suggest a suicidal person go to Rishikesh?
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
I'm still stuck on why he's okay with Rahul going away. Like, why isn't he more like, what's going on? Let's talk it out. Let's clear it up. Like, what's
Yeah.
going on that you feel like you need to get away? Let's address your concerns. If I haven't done so already, let's keep doing it. But don't go. You've said some things that are alarming me. So as a parent now, I'm concerned about you.
That's
So
what I'm
don't go
saying. It's
anywhere.
like go to
Yeah.
Rishikesh, where you're gonna feel. I mean, this is no hit against Rishikesh, a beautiful
No.
place, but it's like not a place you want to go. Probably when you're suicidal, and you.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to laugh because it's just kind of a very absurd thing.
It
And
is.
it's like you say, it's like come home, be with family. Let's get through this
Yeah.
together. But I was
Yeah.
just gonna say you to reach.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, go in the middle of nowhere where you're gonna
Yes.
feel your every thought, Like,
Yes.
yeah, go there to meditate any day of the week. Don't go there to when you're profoundly depressed, suicidal, and I'm just saying.
Seriously. Yeah, the guy's looking for answers. And I think he also says this as to get a reaction. But it's like, the guy's looking for answers. He's not looking for space. Like, he needs answers.
Well, I did contemplate something here a few
Yeah.
minutes ago, which was, what if Rahul's message that he has from Sheena was a ploy?
Mm.
Boom, mic drop.
Could be.
You know, what if he just put that out there to see
Yeah, could be.
what would happen? I mean,
Yeah.
you know, maybe I'm being a little bit, you know, conspiracy, but I did have that thought. Like, what if he's just throwing that out there to see what happens? He's done it before.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, that's what. Let's talk about it when you come. You know, tell me where you're going. We can, you know,
Well, yeah, you know, I don't know.
So sorry.
We don't want to fix the discipline now.
Yeah.
What?
Can't hear a thing.
For someone, there's someone.
Sorry? Yeah.
Whatever it is, there's something fishy going on. You know,
Oh.
I'm not accusing you or anybody else of anything. I'm just saying there's something not quite right going on.
No, I'll tell you what is fishy in my head. Right?
You see, this name that you've given me, right?
What?
You know this name that you've told me, that Devin Bhartia told you that she was talking to this chap,
Yeah.
Khurana. I know of
Not
him.
one Nishant Khurana.
Yeah, Nishant Khurana. Yeah, I know of him. I do know of him. Okay.
Okay.
He's a friend. He's actually a love interest of a friend of Sheena's. Okay. Potentially,
Right.
he's a friend, a good friend of a friend of Sheena's. But he doesn't know Sheena very well. Apparently, they've only met one time. It's not likely that she even has his number. So there's something is ajib.
But you think her friend is using her phone to speak to Nishant?
I don't know. But her friend is not in Bombay, you know. So it's from Bombay domestic airport apparently too.
No, where's her friend?
Yeah, her friend is in Delhi itself. So you know, maybe
her friend
there's
is
some.
in Delhi, and Nishant Khurana is also obviously in Delhi.
Yeah. There's some, you know, the facts aren't quite adding up.
Who is this friend of her, you know? Agamba talking about Nishant Khurana.
Yeah, he's
Somebody has spoken to Nishant Khurana from, if you're saying Sheena doesn't know Nishant Khurana.
No, I'm saying she doesn't know. I'm saying she doesn't know. As far as I know, she doesn't know him very well. She may have met him once, but she doesn't really know him very well. He is a friend of Pranami. Okay.
No, that's fine, you know. Okay, if you don't know, she doesn't know him very well. Fair enough. But this is not an isolated call, apparently. Right? This is not an isolated call to this number from what Devin said. There's been several calls to this number from Sheena's phone.
Okay.
Not that
I'm sorry. We have to point it out. This went from one call to several calls.
Yeah.
Suddenly.
Yeah.
Again, something
1
you
hour
might
long
want to.
call.
Yeah. So we knew about the 1 hour long call, right?
Mm-hmm.
But suddenly, hey, this isn't just one phone call.
Yeah.
There are many phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
So from Sheena's phone.
Okay.
Not that this guy from Nagpur might not even be this guy. Like you said, Rahul, this guy might be just a friend. Okay, this is just a new. When he said that she was talking to this guy called Nishant Khurana. That's it. So now he will say that is her boyfriend or that's the guy she's gone up with, or if she's gone up at all, they found a signal which is close to the So when she gets it. So that's all. So now beyond that, we really don't know, what but she was talking to this person for an hour exactly. So which is a long time to talk.
Yeah.
So
I just hope
I don't know. She's talking just for regular. Not to say she's talking to someone for an hour. She's having an extra myself,
I just really, really pray to God that she hopes that she turns up in a week's time, like she said apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
Because otherwise, I really don't know what is going to happen. I really don't know how it's going to pan out. But it won't be good, I'm sure.
Well, nobody knows. Nobody knows. But you have to be reassured that I don't think anything's wrong.
Yeah, I don't think
I think she's taken a particular route to do something. That route may seem odd to you, may seem odd to me, may seem odd to Indrani, may be unusual to many people, but that is the route she's taken. All right? And it just so happens, she said in the thing that she'll get in touch in a week. Which means she does, if you read into that, what does it say? It means that I'm not going to, you're not going to be able to get in touch with me in less than that. Or before that. I'm not trying to get in touch before that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, man, but you can't help it. So now, Rahul, don't come back to us in a week. Don't come back to us a
Yeah.
week, right? Because now suddenly, like, we can't depend on that.
Yeah. We don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, she said she's going to be back. Like, when it works to their benefit, they play the so-called facts the way they wanted to play.
Well, I mean, again, it's this thing where I personally am thinking that benefit of the doubt. Okay. Yeah, father to son, hey, now don't get all excited about, the minute this guy says, we'll be hearing from her in a week.
Right.
Okay, so that's something. I can hold out for a week. I can keep myself peaceful for a week. Then we'll know what's really going on here. Then we'll get some answers. And this guy's getting ahead of it. I can see the father saying, hey, now wait a minute. Now she's pulled a runner. Like, let's not now, think that she's going to tell us the truth, because we don't know. With her behavior, running off with the money, it might not be 1 week. But if you look at it from a sinister perspective, like there's something
Yeah.
sinister happening, it's like, wow, we took that
Yeah.
off the table fast.
Yeah, I don't want to be biased towards. I'm not again not saying that they're doing this intentionally or they're involved, whatever it is. But it's just like, if it were a concerned parent to me, if I see my child this distressed over the situation, and if I do want to say that don't fully trust what she's saying, because she could very well not stick to her word, I think I would put it a little bit differently, instead of just being like, yeah, we don't know if she's going to come back in a week. It's like, it's that same story that she's going to be back in a week is used to reassure him, and then when he wants answers, it's taken away from him. So
Absolutely.
I just feel like if they want to make sure that he's okay and doesn't get more distressed in a week when he doesn't hear from her, it needs to be tackled a little bit differently.
Okay, say more. What do you mean it needs to be tackled differently? You mean if they're trying to prevent him from harassing them in a week's time?
I
I'm
think if
sorry, I
they
just
were
want to make sure I
concerned,
understand.
sure, yeah, if they are concerned, they would be like, listen, don't put all your hopes on that. If she doesn't, if she, given her behavior, if she does that again, just don't put all your hopes in that and wait for that. Like, that's how I would say it, instead of making it seem like, don't come back to me for answers in a week, she might not get back. There's a different way of handling it if you're a concerned parent versus if you're
Mhm.
potentially just covering up your tracks.
Right. I agree. But I think the thing that you pointed out was exactly in this same thought in my head. Every time there's something put out, it's taken off the table almost
Right?
immediately.
Yeah.
Mhm. Almost immediately. So every time he can get kind of on solid ground.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in there, after all these calls, he's in a constant state of agitation and uncertainty,
Yeah.
and instead of, even saying at this point, hey, yeah, a week's not a long time, and we can talk
Mm-hmm.
about it. We'll have time to talk about it and then we'll just see what happens. Instead of like, taking a suicidal guy and saying, oh, hey, now wait a minute.
Yeah. Put him in a state of flux again.
Instead of saying, yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's see what, I mean, she said she's going to get back in a week. We have no reason to think that she won't.
Yeah.
So, I don't want you to, if something, let's not put all our eggs in one basket, but, like you can give him that message once, by the way, you're back in town and you're
Yeah.
together as a family. I mean, this is a phone call. So I do understand that he's a pretty, decently aged person, meaning he's a full grown man.
Yeah.
I get that, but still I don't understand why I mean, like you said, I'm just kind of saying yes to that with a few expansions. I do think it's very odd, why wouldn't you give the guy that hope? Like it's not going to hurt him, and in that, for a little while at least he can think that okay, she's okay. She's okay. I mean, I don't she may not be with me anymore, right?
Yeah.
But she says she's getting back in the week. It's like it's just very interesting that they're already discrediting this information after they just put it
Yeah.
out there as the law.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just repeating, just equally in shock.
Yeah. It's also very unlike Indian parents.
Exactly. That's the other thing. I wasn't
Yeah.
going to go there just because I didn't want to, have a long, I wanted to keep to point, but yeah, I mean, it is a
Yeah.
point. It's so unlike Indian parents.
Yeah.
By
I was
now,
also trying to
15
hold back.
relatives. Yeah, I mean, by now, 15 relatives would be there. Okay, who's going to take
Right.
care of Rahul? Take him to dinner.
Yes.
You tell him to come to my house.
Don't let him out of sight.
Whatever. Don't let him out of your sight.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
going to be
it's
overbearing.
so contrary to the culture.
Yes.
I mean, this guy wouldn't have a minute alone. His only minute would be the bathroom. And by the way, there'd be
Yes.
somebody standing right there waiting for him
Outside.
going, Rahul, are you
Yes.
still in there?
Yeah. Every 5 seconds.
It'd be a suicide watch team.
Yes. And an
And people
efficient one.
and people crowding around him, trying to lift him up. Like, even if it's like Sheena dumped him
Fake.
and ran away, there would be all
Yeah.
these people coming out of the woodwork, cousin brothers, whatever,
Yeah.
all crowding around him, trying to soothe him, which these guys, none of it.
Yeah. I mean,
They
they'll
can't even
make
get on a
him.
plane to Goa. Like you
No.
can't take a 45-minute plane ride to make sure the guy doesn't jump from the building, as he said.
Yeah. But like otherwise, relatives are so overbearing, like they'll make you smile, even if it's fake. They want to see that. Like they want to know that you're going to be okay. Like they'll do
Absolutely.
anything to make sure you don't hurt yourself.
That's
They'll
right. I mean,
sleep besides you. They won't even let you sleep alone.
not only that, they'd be like, "Oh, Rahul, I made your favorite this, and I made your favorite
Yes.
that, and I made
Yeah.
you these sweets." And I mean, the guy would be love bombed to the next
Yes.
universe.
Not like go to Rishikesh and go to the mountains.
No,
None of that. Like it's just bizarre.
definitely no one would want him being alone. It's so against the mentality that
Yeah.
the second that this would be happening, there would be people all over the place, bending over backwards, begging him, not letting him alone. He would be like screaming to be alone.
Yes.
Anyway.
All of Bombay would know that he needs to be
Exactly,
protected.
right, exactly. All of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be holding slumber parties for Rahul.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
alrighty. Let's see.
Okay.
If I tell you, listen, I'll get in touch with you in a week, Then you don't expect to hear from me for a week, right?
Yeah, correct.
So, but again, you never know.
Mm.
So wait and see. You gotta wait and see.
Yeah, she might touch this earlier, she might touch this later. Now, so that, we only get to know once she...
You met this guy, Nishant Khurana?
Hmm?
Have you met this guy, Nishant?
No, I haven't met him.
And you know that she's
What a weird question.
friend of...
Yeah. I've spoken to her best friend, and she was actually quite surprised and seemed a little shocked to hear that Sheena. She said, "How has his name come up in this? How did she hardly knows him." So she said that I think they've met one time.
Maybe her best friend doesn't know either that Sheena's...
Maybe Papa, maybe Sheena's doing something else. It's got nothing to do with Nishant Khurana. Maybe she's doing something else completely. Thinking that no one will check with Nishant Khurana because she probably didn't think I'd find out or I'd know the name. I checked with Pranami, who's her friend, and she that's what she said to me. So, she said they hardly know each other. They've met maybe one time for like 2 minutes, 5 minutes or something, and Pranami was there at the time as well. And so they don't know each other very well. They don't know each other to be, talking back and forth and all that. It seems a little weird. So, even more.
Maybe she has his number on her phone and she's checking, Rahul? That has happened. So...
Yeah.
There's something.
And as I say, what Devin did say was that this is not a one-off call, okay?
Yeah.
He said that there have been several calls to this number from Sheena's phone.
Yeah. What time did Indrani go to Cal? Is it the 25th?
10 o'clock in the morning.
What time did what, Indrani?
Go to Calcutta.
Go to Calcutta on the 25th.
Was it the 25th?
I had 12:40.
12:40.
12:40. Okay. So they
I was leaving
possibly would have.
I was leaving England on the 25th.
Yeah.
Right.
So Indrani and Sheena were actually probably around the domestic airport at the same time.
What? Indrani and Sheena were what?
Probably around at the domestic airport at the same time.
Boom!
Yeah. Played that well.
Yeah.
And Peter's like, what?
What? Wait, what? Who? No, who? What? What? But I was actually waiting, for that one because
Yeah.
I was thinking, okay, if she was at the airport, yeah. So the thing about that is, if Indrani had Sheena's cell phone, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing that sort of, and this is obvious, but what struck me is that they're willing to entertain every possibility about Sheena's character. Like she's run away with a guy, she's chasing a guy, she wants to get away from Rahul, all of that, except the possibility that there's harm to her and the possibility that they are involved. Everything else is on the table, but they will not entertain a very real possibility that there's something happened to her.
Yep.
And that could be innocent because they are not involved and they want to think the best for their daughter, stepdaughter, sister-in-law, whatever. But it's like, nope, nothing's happened to her. We may not hear back from her in a week. We might later, earlier, whatever it is, but she's fine. That we know for sure.
Well, one thing I think that Rahul would be thinking is that did Sheena and Indrani go to the airport together?
Yeah.
Because, okay, I have this message saying that she was going to stay there all night. Right?
Yeah.
and then being told that her phone is near the airport. And then coincidentally, Indrani's at the airport going to Calcutta. So
Yeah.
very interesting.
And also makes the Amar Sons drop off even more ridiculous.
Even weirder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Seriously.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
We're in the
Yes.
lion's mouth. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
If she phoned somebody for an hour from 11 o'clock, right? Around 11 o'clock for an hour from the domestic airport or near the domestic airport.
After 10 in the night, the last message I received from her was at 10 in the night. That was it.
Don't look at
My
this.
flight was at 12:40, and this is the first time I have heard. See, Vivian has not said that she was at the airport. Okay, she was somewhere close to the domestic airport at 10 o'clock. That's what she said. Because you can't exactly pinpoint, which part of the display or what it is. You can't pinpoint. That's somewhere
No,
close by there.
the police can. The police
Come
can
on.
track it.
Rahul, if
Yeah.
somebody has taken flights from there, your flights are listed, no?
Yeah.
So if she has taken flights from there, she can't, obviously, Sheena Bora going to XYZ will show, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then that is obviously, but at 10 o'clock it's now who she's talking to, we don't know. This is what he said, that there is a call she has made from an area very close to the domestic airport, which is exactly what I told you. So probably she's taken a flight from there. Now they will check if there is any, that's very easy to find, which, now he'll get back to us in the evening if at all, she's taken a flight somewhere, they will let us know.
But she could have taken the flight at night itself, 10 o'clock at night.
What? No, you're saying that she spoke the next morning. Her phone was near the domestic airport on the 25th morning, right?
From there at 10 in the morning.
So
She said in the morning, her phone signal was near the airport.
Yeah.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. in the morning.
Oh.
26th.
I thought it was 10.
No, not 10 p.m. 10 a.m. in the morning.
Right.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on. So what has he seen then? Did he
Yeah.
not take good notes?
Exactly.
Really? This is a missing person. You don't know whether it was 10 p.m. at night. Like, Peter, keep the story straight.
Yeah. Did he not talk to Devin Bharti himself? Did Indrani
Exactly.
relay all this?
Did he
Like,
not
where is
see
this
all the
coming from?
messages? Yeah. So
Yeah.
confusing, right? There's this whole story about the phone call the next morning that's an hour
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be near the airport. What, Peter? What do you mean you
Seriously.
thought it was at 10 p.m.?
Are you not taking this seriously? Like, you just, you're not paying attention. Not you, Peter.
I mean, yeah, I know. But even like Rahul had just told him,
yeah.
minutes ago that he had a message from Sheena saying she's going to stay overnight, and it was somewhere around 11 p.m. Somewhere 11, 12, he wouldn't specify.
Yeah. But again, here they have the same push and pull. It's like Sheena was near the airport. She took a flight. So when it's convenient, I again don't want to seem biased, but it's like she took a flight, but we can't be sure where her phone was when it pinged and it was at the airport. Obviously, if she took the flight, she's going to be in the airport, right? She won't just be in the parking lot. So on the one hand, they claim that she took a flight, but won't accept that she was at the airport. She's obviously going to have to go to the airport to take the flight. She can't take it from the parking lot. So I get that the cell phone.
Yeah,
can't
she
pinpoint.
backed that down. I'll tell you why
Right.
that just happened, because Indrani took a flight. So he's like, if
Right.
you took a flight, you could have run into her.
Yeah, I
Right?
totally get that. But that's what I'm saying. It's so bizarre that at one hand, you're saying that she took a flight, but you won't accept that she was in the airport, like at the airport. She obviously has to
Yep.
go beyond the parking lot into the airport to take the darn flight. I'm really
But
trying not to get worked
I
up.
mean, it's like Indrani's panicking because obviously now it can look like she had Sheena's cell phone.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yes.
You know, it's like, oh boy, okay, I was near the airport. Now I'm being pinned to
Yes.
the airport. Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah.
Forgot
Agreed.
about that.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. So like all this detail of I wanted to show that Sheena took off. I wanted
Yeah.
to show that she was taking off. It went from Nagpur to this, right? So she
Yeah.
just took off. Okay, but
Yeah.
oh dear, I forgot that I was also over there. Now what?
Yeah.
Oops.
Oops.
Right.
They
I don't know how
underestimate
Peter
Rahul.
lost the plot, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna back it up 10 seconds so that we don't miss anything. Here we go.
Okay.
Whoa. Oscar the mascot's moving around.
Aww. He finally makes
It's
his
like,
appearance.
yeah, I thought he was gonna get on the mic.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for that.
Waiting for the day. Okay, here we
Yeah.
go.
So 10, 10.
No, not 10 p.m. 10 a.m. in the morning.
Right.
That's what Devin Party said. It was 10 a.m. in the morning, not 10 p.m.
On the 25th.
On the 26th morning.
Yes, Peter.
Ay, ay, ay.
One
You see what I'm saying? There's a little bit of a confusion going on.
Yeah.
Not confusion, but a little bit of a sort of something odd, perhaps. I don't know quite what.
Rahul, I am just giving you exactly the information that Devin Bharti has given, okay? Now, beyond that, now why she was there near the domestic airport, now I could have, Rahul, see, I could have not given you this information.
Yeah.
Or Papa could not have, we are exactly sharing the information, you know, what he has given us.
And that's what I'm doing as well, because hopefully we're on the same page in trying to find out what's what's happening.
I'm telling you what he told me that 10 o'clock Sheena's mobile, Sheena was there somewhere near again, I don't know whether she was near the international or domestic, there are some cross-check. She said somewhere near the airport. I think I heard domestic airport, if I'm, but I can cross-check. I'm pretty sure he said domestic airport. And he said he was talking to somebody.
I just need to point out that a few minutes ago it was the international airport. Just saying.
Yeah, it was.
Yep, because I made a point of it. Because I kind of figured that was going to come up. Okay.
Yeah.
Getting ahead of Indrani. Not easy.
Good for you.
I'm pretty sure he said domestic airport. And he said he was talking to somebody by the name of, there was a conversation that happened for about an hour to somebody by the name of Rana. That is all, that is the information he has given us.
Okay.
But she had, either taken a flight from there somewhere or she had gone to meet someone at the domestic airport. We don't know. Now if she's taken a flight from there, then we will immediately know, no? Because it's sure if she's taken a flight.
Correct.
Sorry, because she could have gone there to meet somebody.
No, that's what she said. That's what he said, that we don't know now. We will only get to know if she's taken any flight. So she's sure. No, if she's taken a flight, Rahul.
Look, don't,
Rahul, I'll tell you something crossed my heart, okay? Sheena has not come to meet me at the airport. I promise you that. And there is only one way. Either you believe me or you don't believe me. Okay?
No, Indrani, I'm not attacking you or anything. I'm trying to find out what's happened to Sheena, whether it's through you or whether it's through anybody else. I'm just trying to work out the possibilities, right? If you guys possibly were, if you guys were possibly around the airport at the same time on the same day, then perhaps you didn't know that you were both there around the same time. That's listen, please, just let me finish. Perhaps you guys didn't know that you were around the airport at the same time. Perhaps, right? Perhaps you did know, or perhaps you had her phone, or it's a possibility. These are the possibilities.
There you go.
Now, I'm not saying that either one is correct. I'm saying these are the possibilities. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just share something with you, Rahul. She did know, so that you also know, she did know that I was going to Calcutta the next day by 12:40 flight. Okay, she did know.
Okay.
But I was not at the airport at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
So that you know that also. So I reached the airport at 11:30.
Okay.
Yeah, I reached at 11:30 because my flight was at 12:30, and Papa and myself spoke, before I took off whatever.
What time did you speak to Papa? Do you know? What time did you call him?
I don't know, just before boarding, I suppose. So I spoke to Didi also that time.
I can tell you, if you want. Hold on.
What?
I was at the airport in I was in the coast, I think, coming into the airport.
Sheena knew very well I was going to Calcutta.
Yeah.
And in fact, like I said, we were supposed to meet on the 28th. She moved it to the 23rd. Okay, so she called me in the morning to say, can we meet today? So I said, all right, fair enough. And then, she went in to leave, whatever came out. So it's not like, Rahul, so that you noticed, it was not, I had not organized either these meetings or I had not emailed her, I had not called her. Okay, so, it is the entire initiation for whatever reason she has given you has happened from her side.
Okay.
And I have no reason to keep her phone or I have no reason to, I don't want to get these kind of stupid ideas here because you want to be something. So I don't want to pinning silly things on me. I can say the same thing, no?
Yeah. No, I'm not, Indrani, I'm not, don't take it, listen.
I have dropped her that, you have not connected her. I don't know that.
Yeah, look, I'm not accusing, Indrani, listen. I'm not accusing you of anything, okay?
Honestly, I did not need to give you this information, okay, about the 10 o'clock, this thing. If I had your phone, why the hell should I have even told you that?
Listen, I'm not trying to fight with you guys, okay? I'm trying to find out where Sheena is.
Rahul, I need to understand, you need to, because that is not the case. So if you're going to come up and, then there is no point. You were
asking me for information about Sheena's messaging and all that recently. Papa was telling me that, look, we have to be on the same page. You have to tell us what you've said and what you know.
It's not that Indrani might have had a phone. I don't know. I can say the same thing. Even I am also just commenting on that, Rahul. But after 9:15, after I dropped her, how do I not know that you have not collected her?
Yeah.
How do I not know that?
Talk about a delayed reaction.
I mean, the in between the lines threat here is I can also drop you in it. You're going to make statements like I could have had Sheena's phone. Well, don't expect me to live with that. I can also say that, you collected her. I mean, it's
such
a
a
threat.
delayed reaction. It came so late. Like it's just so, like the threat in itself is bad. It also came so late. Like he goes
so what
to
do you
that
make of
scenario.
that? What do you make of the delayed reaction?
I feel she may have been caught off guard when he first said it, and then probably realized that she might need to refute that.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
what happened to Peter? He went to go check his boarding pass or something. I mean, I'm like, where did he go? Because he's talking about his flight then, right? He goes into his flight.
He went to check when Indrani called him that day before she took the flight. And then he's just gone.
Yeah, but wasn't he also trying to say that I might have misunderstood, but I thought he was talking about a flight he also took. I could be absolutely wrong. I might have misheard that.
No, I heard that too. But I thought he was trying to check when Indrani called him.
Well, he said
before
that.
She took off. Yeah.
He said that, but he was like struggling to figure out when he flew. So he had multiple things on his plate at that moment, right? When did you speak to her? She's saying that you guys spoke. Neither one of them seems to know that. This is only, I mean, okay, people don't have great memories of routine activities. It's easy to forget such details, But we're not talking about flights, weeks away, like months ago. We're talking about flights, a few days back.
Right. Few
We're talking
days.
about
Yeah.
like 4 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah, but also that threat. I thought that was
Yeah,
really interesting.
right.
She just went off. She went off.
She absolutely did go off. And I'm just trying to think, about why she even decided to go after this so hard. I mean, I know why. I mean, we all know why.
Right.
But I'm
Right.
saying, she only needed to say it once. I don't know why
Yeah.
she's aggressively pursuing it.
Yeah.
And, all I can say is that, if you're not concerned, if the story is Sheena has done a runner and she's not, no one's concerned, then
Mhm.
why get aggressive about maybe you had her cell phone?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if the story is she's fine,
Yes.
then what's the problem?
Yeah. Yes. Agreed.
It's not normal.
Good point. Yeah.
So not only just with the delay, I'm thinking, what does it matter if she's okay? If you know she's okay, if you believe she's
Yeah.
run off with some guy, if you have emails from her that make you think, okay, she's taken up with someone else or whatever, what difference does it make? You just say, Rahul, now you're kind of,
Imagining things.
I think we need to calm down. But or you
Yeah.
would say, yeah, that's true. Those are the 3 ways. I mean, why not
Yeah.
just say, yeah, those are the 3 ways?
Yeah.
But the main point, Rahul, is that, she's run off with a person. We believe that she's run off with this guy. So
Yeah.
the fact that she goes so aggressively after it is very
Mhm.
sketch.
Sketch.
Sketch. All right. So
Do
and
you?
then the way he has to calm her down is just like Indrani. Like, the
Yeah.
poor guy is having to try to
Yeah.
manage her,
Yes. She just doesn't get it. Like he said it multiple times. He just wants to find where she is, but she takes everything as an attack.
Yeah, well, I think see, this is again, it's like she is not worried about Rahul. In my opinion, I'm a little bit on the ledge. I'm tiptoeing closer to the edge, and I'm gonna put my neck out over the edge and say, this is a moment where I think this is for Peter's benefit. Like,
Hmm.
I'm just saying, she doesn't care about Rahul.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an inconvenience to manage. I think
Yeah.
she doesn't want Peter to have some of these ideas. Now, again, that's a little bit risky to say that because, I mean, she did that math too fast. So I
Yeah.
guess I guess I'm not coming out very clearly here, but I do wonder if that was not for Peter's benefit. Like, don't you dare
Yeah.
start saying this about me. I'm going to say this
Right.
about you. So, what is she protecting?
Yeah.
I mean, she's managed to get Rahul to basically sit there. So I don't
Hmm.
know that I, I'm still up in the air. Just for the record. Okay.
Okay. Oh, I was just gonna ask you. Do you get the
Mm.
sense that she talks to Rahul like he's stupid?
I think she just talks over him, and I think that I do believe that this human being, when she's hearing something that she doesn't want to hear, everyone's
Yeah.
stupid. I don't think he's a
Hmm.
particularly stupid person. And also, I think that she views him in general as more of a threat to her relationship.
Yeah.
So as long as he kind of stays away for 3 years, all's good.
Yeah.
I don't think she. I don't know. What do you think?
I think she tries to shut him down for sure. I mean, that's obvious. But like she'll try to shut him down, but I think she also tries to paint him as a stupid person who doesn't get how Bombay, India functions. Like, come on, Rahul. Like, yeah, come on.
Mhm.
Like, if she took a flight, Bombay police will catch that. Come on, Rahul. Like, if she was at the airport, the police would see that. Come on. Like, cell phone evidence isn't that clear. She could have been in the parking lot of the airport. So I think she tries to make it sound like he's stupid, maybe not expecting him to ask all these questions.
Yeah, I
Like,
wonder if
not
she
expecting.
thinks. Does she think he's stupid, or does she paint him as stupid?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're no good son. He's lazy. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. No, I was just
I don't
curious.
know.
We
I
don't have
don't
to go
know.
into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's an important point of as to how does she see him? How does she see him? I mean, I think he's proving himself time and time again to not be stupid.
Right. Yeah.
But she's actively trying to convince him that he is. So do I think
Yes.
she thinks he's stupid? Not at all. I think she's
Yeah.
trying to portray him as stupid.
Yes. That makes more sense.
So I think, in fact, he's dropped bomb after bomb on her that she did not anticipate. I do think she
Yeah.
underestimated him. Does that mean
Yes.
she thinks he's stupid? I think she has set it straight that she thinks he's lazy and doesn't have a plan in life, but that
Yeah.
doesn't make him stupid.
Right.
In her books, it does, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if he's not
Yeah.
out
I
there
think.
proactively making money, he's
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah. I think she didn't see this coming from him.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And what is really interesting to me about that is, and this is kind of interesting because I think that her point of view on Rahul, and this is just an observation, is that I think given Indrani's own background, she's thinking something like, here you are, you have all the privilege in the world and you don't know what to do with it. If I
Mm-hmm.
had those privileges at your age, just see where I would have gone. So I
Yeah.
think she thinks he's stupid that way. Like you have everything and still you're dumb enough not to do anything with it.
Right.
I don't know. Just a theory. Just an observation.
Makes sense.
I wonder if Peter's still staring at his phone trying to figure out whether it went under. I guess we're going to find out. Come on, Peter. You can do it. You can do it. Check those call logs. Let's see what he comes out. Does he come back at the phone at all? I mean, let's see what
I have
happens.
no clue. Yeah.
Let's see.
You might have connected. She lives with you at the end of the day. You might have connected her. I don't know that.
Yeah, and obviously that would make sense.
Because I mean, post 10 o'clock, I was at home with people, okay? With not one person, with more than one person, and we had a dinner at home. So it's not like I was hanging around with Sheena. There's more than one person, people from my building, people close to us. And so I've been in, and those people have been at home with us till, like one person was there till 2 in the night, one person was there till morning, till 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And we ordered food, and there was no...
I just think it's worth saying right here that one of these people, according to Sheena's brother, Mikhail, one of those people was him.
Yeah.
And he did say something about 2 a.m., having left around 2 a.m. So this group of people, this dinner and everything, well, Mikhail says it was him and her ex-husband. Sanjeev and her.
Yeah.
I don't know who the people from the building would be. That's interesting. Mikhail certainly never mentioned that. So I don't know what the truth is, but yeah. Just thought it was important to make a point of that.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, his story was that Mikhail got reached the house before Indrani did, and then
Yes.
Indrani and the ex-husband showed up, and that's all the people that there were.
Right. And he said that she called him and said, running late, just hang out.
Yes.
Right. And that
Yeah.
at some point he's given a drink that he said had chemical taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
And he believed that it had been poison. He saw Sanjeev Khanna, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Sanjeev Khanna?
Yeah, Khanna. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just suddenly went like
You
blank.
got it.
Sanjeev Khanna. And,
Yes.
you know, he hightailed it out of there and he said it was somewhere around 2 a.m. So he felt it was weird. And he said something like she called and said, and then she left for a meeting. Sorry, let me correct this. Let me make this clearer. He tried to get out of there, and they were sitting there apparently, and she suddenly says, when he doesn't drink the drink. Now in the documentary, they show an image of him pouring the drink out in a plant. I don't know if that's what happened. The image is that he pours out the drink in a plant. And he claims that he believes that Indrani is waiting for whatever was in his drink to take effect. And then suddenly at 2:00, she says, I need 2 a.m., right? I need to go run and go meet some people. And he got out of there as fast as he could, according to him, and headed straight for the airport, by the way.
Yes.
So he said, I thought it was extremely odd who meets people at 2 a.m., who has meetings at 2 a.m. So there you go. That's what was supposedly happening. This is what she's referring to in this call, but she's funnily not saying it was Mikhail.
Yeah.
She's not saying
Not
that.
yet. Yeah.
Not yet. Yeah. Gonna just back it up a little bit and continue.
Till morning. Till 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And he offered food, and there was no Sheena there, so that and I could not have had Sheena's phone.
Okay.
So that also, I mean, because there's no point, just going into a different.
So I'm trying to. Am I on speakerphone right now?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Never mind. I was just wanting to know. Okay. I'm just trying to piece it together as best as I can with sort of bits and pieces of info from here and there. I'm not saying anybody has done anything or anybody is anything at this stage. I'm just trying to find out what possibilities could be. That's all. And now I'm getting to know from you guys only today that you've got these such and such messages and whatnot from Sheena around the same time that I was getting messages from her also from her phone. Through the night. So now I'm also starting to understand. Perhaps.
I got a message at 10 o'clock. After that I have not heard from Sheena.
Yeah, and that was the message that said it was nice meeting you and thanks for the dosh and I hope Rahul doesn't chase me now.
I must have dropped her.
Don't pass me. Right.
Pretty much around that time. And post that, I've had guests in the house and I had someone who had stayed overnight, at home.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm plus, building people, etc., whatever. So we had, dinner at home and drinks and whatever, everything at home. So it's not like, And the next day I left for, whatever the airport and all of that, and that's it. And this is the first time yesterday when I spoke to Devin Bharti, that was the first time he told me that, she's been somewhere near the airport at around 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And there has been a conversation, with so-and-so guy. So that is all. And I have shared the exact information, with you. So it's not...
Cool.
So the guest who stayed home at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder who that is. Unless she's counting 2 a.m. as staying over. So then that would be Mikhail.
Well, there was something here about where Sanjeev Khanna stayed. So that is some contradictory information or differing accounts from my recollection. Okay, I just wanted to bring that up. That
Also, where is Peter? Like, where is
well,
he?
didn't he say he took a flight?
But wasn't that the next morning? The next day? This is the day that
You're right.
Sheena
You're
went
right.
missing.
You're right. I just pulled a Peter. Ha ha ha.
Hey, about to.
I
You're about
just
to.
pulled a Peter. Wait a minute. Yeah, that was the night.
They messed with our heads. Yeah.
Don't know where he was.
Yeah. And
I think
doesn't
he was
say.
in the UK because remember, she flew down from the UK
Right.
on
So
her
they
own.
didn't fly. So he comes back and then he takes off again. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to leave that one there.
Yeah. Best to before
Best
we
to.
lose it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, Rahul,
Hmm.
what I told you that day when we were having dinner, right? And you may not seem to believe it, but I actually think
I can't quite hear what you're
sorry,
saying.
I said, you know what I told you at dinner the other night when we were sitting at Oak Calcutta?
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah, that maybe she's
and you may
doing
not
something.
like
She's up to
believe
her
this
own,
or like to hear
her
it
own
out of it,
thing.
but I think Sheena has, played her cards very carefully,
Yeah.
very smartly, and has kind of, basically left you in a, in a,
And fired the gun off my shoulder.
and fired the gun off Indrani's shoulder. The thing that I just wanted to do in the first place is to move away from you, and then do it in a way that, you believe that, Indrani has had something to do with shifting allegiance.
Yeah,
Okay.
because she knows that there's been an argument in the history between me and Indrani, so that's also, possibly that she can use that to sort of make out that this is the case.
And she's done it in a way that
A lot of doubts in everybody's mind. Rahul, I had no reason, like I said, yesterday the moment Devendra gave us a call, I immediately called you to say that probably she's taken a flight early. And I mean, it's not a hidden fact that I have taken a flight at 12:40. It's not a hidden thing. Everybody knows. So, I mean, if I would have had, I'm just giving you this thing, if I have to carry around Sheena's phone, so why would I carry around Sheena's phone? For what?
Yeah.
Why am I going to carry around, her phone?
Correct.
It doesn't really serve a purpose, carrying around her phone.
Does she have any family in Calcutta?
Rahul, I promise you,
Maybe
and I'm swearing on Bidhi, okay? I'm swearing on Bidhi, I'm swearing on Papa. The last time I saw Sheena was at 9:15, probably 9:30, I don't know the exact time, outside Amritsar. Okay? I dropped her there, and post that I received this SMS. That is all.
Okay.
Now, I can, beyond, after that, I have not heard, forget about seen, I have not heard from Sheena. In fact, in the morning, I tried ringing her phone once, her phone was switched off. Okay, just check, before I went, her phone was switched off. I can't remember what time I tried now, whatever, I don't remember exactly.
Roughly? Must have been, was it before your flight? Or...
Oh, yeah, way before.
Okay, early morning-ish.
Yeah, morning-ish, once you get up and this and that and that.
Yeah. Okay, because I had a message from her on that morning itself, the same morning. No.
No, I did not have a phone was switched off. I can't remember what time, whatever, I can't remember. But I didn't really better much, and I thought that later and kind of, because I got the message from her that, she was going to kind of, contact with a new number, whatever. So I assumed that I left it, And I didn't, she was going to get a new number, whatever, and then contact. So I left it at that.
Well, I just hope she's all right, poor kiddo. That's all.
I'm sure she's all right, Rahul, but, I think once...
I think she's all right. I don't have to worry about that.
All right.
She'll show up in due course.
Yeah.
And, we find in the road, breaking our head over nothing.
Yeah. You know, look, I love. Listen. I love her completely, right? And if she wants to leave me and that'll make her happy, then that's fine. I love her enough to let her do that and let her move on and whatnot. I'm not going to sort of hold her down or hold her back or anything like that. I'm just genuinely concerned for her safety because she sort of seemingly disappeared off the face of the planet, having told different people different things, right?
Sorry, come again?
I said what? I said I'm actually, if it seems that she's disappeared off the face of the planet or off the face of, here after having told different people different things. That's what it seems. You get it. So.
Well, it seems that way. I think because of the way it's been.
I mean, there must be a reason for it as well. There must be a.
Yeah. Rahul, on the 19th now, I'm just giving you a description. When she sent the mail, I was sitting in England, She only sent a mail, Now nobody else could have forced her down there and made her write a mail. I mean, I can't believe it that on the 19th somebody sat down with her and forced her at her office. She wrote that mail at 10 a.m. in the morning, okay?
Yeah.
At her office, somebody put a gun on her head and made her write a mail.
Obviously not.
Yeah, so that was, I mean, obviously, whatever she's done it on her own accord.
Seriously, nobody's concerned about the 19th. He's been seeing her. No one's even like, what craziness.
Just fillers, never answering the question that he asked. Does she have family in Calcutta? I'm still waiting for that answer.
You're going to wait a long time.
Yeah.
Long time. Don't know why she doesn't want to answer that now.
Yeah. Because
Well,
then
I
it might
do.
suggest that it flew. Yeah.
That they flew together. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, is Peter still looking for that message? For that phone call?
Seems
Any
like
word
it.
any word on that phone call?
He did a French accent.
Oh, God. All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Let's say from the 19th of this thing, or maybe a day or two before that, whatever.
Yeah.
When she's had this in my head about going over for these days. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, these are dates which are suggested by her, and it was like, I mean, and thank God for small mercy, because Peter told me nothing doing, you're not going anywhere. Now, on one side, she's giving you a story, oh my God, I'm so scared to go with Indrani. So why would she send you a mail asking me to come with her and asking me if I can make it? So all of it doesn't somehow fit right,
That's why I'm so lost in sort of,
Well, you should see it. You should see the mail. You should,
See the mail to yourself. There's a couple of them. You see the mail to yourself and judge for yourself that, these are these things that were buzzing in her head from back then. Right? And then she thought it through to a large extent. That is how she do it. She get dropped at Amazon, picked up at Amazon, whatever. She do this, take the money, go, and then, make her
when I went to meet her boss, when he sent some people home or whatever looking for her, and then they left and they took some numbers, and then they left, and they called back a little later and said, "Can you come into the office to meet Mr. Mukerjea, Colonel Mukerjea?" When I was there, one of her colleagues was sitting in the room also, and she asked me. She asked me. She asked me if I knew whether she had gone to Cal. She said she had mentioned something about her dad being in Cal, and perhaps she had gone there. Have you checked with him? And I said, well, no, I haven't. He's not. I don't have the number, and whatever number I do have, which I thought was his, is not going through to him or whatever. So it's that's why I'm asking about the Calcutta dimension from
No, Rahul, I have been to Calcutta, and I have been. My plan to Calcutta, my tickets were booked long time back, even before I contacted me. Okay, so there is no connection between the two, and I was due to go to. And Rahul, assuming now that you're telling me, supposing she has gone to visit someone in Cal, okay? Supposing, then she has of course gone on her own accord only, Nobody told someone earlier. Assuming now that you're saying this, now this is a new thing that you've said. Now if she's
now that you've said something that I can work into a story.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I just thought of something.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I just literally remembered. I just put two together. She was, she's a colleague. She wasn't the main sort of leader in the conversation. She was sort of sitting
You
there.
must be remembering this. No, you must be remembering this now. That's why you're saying it. Now, I just literally remembered this just now that she had mentioned to someone at some point about going to Calo. So if she's mentioned to someone, then clearly she's had whether she's gone to Cal, whether she's gone wherever, she's had a plan somewhere, no? But the thing is, Rahul, see, if she's been on a flight anywhere, whichever flight, that will come out in, you'll get to know, people are traveling on flights, unless she's kind of really so smart that she's flown on a different name and, you know.
Boy.
Yeah.
It's possible. I mean, we do things like that, but I very much, doubt it that,
Yeah, I mean, because even also to get into the airport in India, you have to have ID and, you have to match the ticket name.
No, to get into the airport, Rahul, it's not very difficult. To get in, you can take another, these are all e-tickets, Rahul. If someone wants to get you can get in at the airport under a different name and go to the counter with a different name.
But you need to have ID, no? You need to have a driver's license or something with the ID.
Not when you're checking in, no, Rahul, when you're checking in.
Actually, to get inside the airport building, you have to have your e-ticket and you have to have some ID.
Yeah, but you can change the name on your e-ticket, no? That's what I'm trying to say. If you've booked in under someone's name, supposing I booked, I'm just giving you an example. If you've booked as, you have a booking in the name of Rahul Mukerjea, you can take out a ticket in the name of Rahul Mukerjea. You can just change your name there and you can walk in as Rahul Mukerjea and go and give your ticket of Rahul Mukerjea. That is possible. But it is very unlikely that, that she's gone to that extent to,
Okay, I think we should clear this
What?
up.
Yeah.
We should clear this up quickly. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Rahul,
That's
Rahul's correct.
That's exactly what he's saying. Yeah. Even if you change your name on the e-ticket, you first of all need your ID to book the ticket. And if you change your name on the ticket, you can't change your name on the ID.
Correct.
See, she talks to him like he's stupid. Or like she's just, doesn't want to listen and
No, it
respond to
goes back to
anything.
the point you made earlier where it's like, you're not really from here. You
Yeah.
don't really know how things work.
You don't know.
Sure, she can do that. Obviously, she can do that. But, just her jumping at Calcutta was really interesting in of itself. Yeah. Let's press on. What do you think?
Let's do it.
That's what.
Go under a false name and all that. I very much doubt it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think, I don't think so. But who knows? Let us just think, right? In Sheena's office said to you that, were you aware that she's gone to Cal?
I'm not aware that, no, her friend didn't say, are you aware that she has gone to Cal? Her friend said she had mentioned recently that her father was in Cal and she would have liked to have visited him at some point. Have you checked with him? That's what she said. And I said, well, I've got certain numbers for him which I've tried, but they're not connecting or whatever. So I have no way of checking, in that sense. And I have no idea where, if he is actually in Cal or where or who he is and all that. So I don't really know,
Right.
I'm just trying to piece it together, man, just like you guys are.
Let's assume for a second. Okay, let's assume for 1 second that she took an early morning flight.
Yeah.
How did you take an early morning flight? 10 o'clock from home was near.
I was waiting.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, she was on the phone from around 10, 11 for an hour or something. So she must have gone post that, right, if she was going to go.
Oh, it is also possible that, that she might have changed the film after that and then she might have, taken a later flight or whatever. That is possible.
Possible.
But look at it this way. She could be in Delhi. I'm just thinking aloud, okay?
Yeah.
She could be in Delhi. She could actually be in Nagpur.
Yeah.
Right? And we don't know what the Nagpur angle is. She could be in Cal, meeting a dad or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, she could be at home. She could
She could be
be.
at home. She could be at home in Guwahati.
She could be in Bangalore with other friends. She could be anywhere. I mean, who knows? She hasn't got her passport with her, so she must still be in India. But she could be anywhere in that sense. There's no way of us knowing until such time that anybody either hears from her or gets verification on that she did take a flight somewhere. Until that time, then we don't know where she could be, right?
Yeah.
So I think and she said until you get in touch
I really am sorry for pausing at this moment, but this is something that I'd wanted to say before when Indrani was floating the idea of, the fake name or the
Yes.
right. That was kind of interesting because, it's another way of also backing away from being able to nail that down with Dave and Bharti.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
I forgot to
exactly what I was
mention that.
thinking.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
I
it's
had
like
meant to say
another.
that.
Yeah.
Another backup, another backpedal,
Another.
like fuzzy.
Yeah. Another piece of evidence put forth but taken back as soon as it can be verified.
Right. So I mean, what are you feeling at this point? What are you thinking? Isn't it
I
hard
don't
to
know
keep
if.
it all straight at this point? I don't know how
Yeah.
Rahul. We got this flight that
Yeah.
she may or may not have taken. She may have this friend that she met or may not have met by the airport. There's a flight,
Yeah.
domestic flight, which may or may have not been an international flight as well. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
Kurana may or may not have been
Yeah.
speaking to him for an hour. Even that one got floated. Yeah.
Yeah. There's too many theories, too many possibilities. But they're so certain that she's safe. But yeah, other than that, it's like anything goes.
Anything goes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to I just wanted to check in with you. Okay.
So I think and she said until you get in touch in a week.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Leave it.
I guess so.
Well, you can do that. You can pay her hair. I mean, go potty try and look for her.
I'm not going to go. I think my hair's just going grayer and grayer and grayer by the second, but
Oh.
still.
Well, exactly.
See, Rahul, now we have done from our end whatever we could have now, whatever information we have, he's given us, okay? Now, if she does not, for some reason, now she says she's going to get in touch with us in a week's time. Now, if she does not get in touch in a week's time, then we can get them pre-checked every single ID. And you don't want to push it also because you don't want to end up, it takes up time for all these people also.
Yeah.
I don't want him to suddenly turn around and tell me that she told you she's going to get in touch in a week's time. Why are you wasting your time?
Yeah, correct.
So now in a week's time, if he genuinely doesn't get in touch, say, I don't know, whenever 25th was a Thursday. Now, supposing on a Thursday and by next Thursday.
What happened to you?
It's like again throwing him a bone.
They said okay.
Yeah.
Again.
If he doesn't get in touch, then I can tell. Then again, that look, this girl said she was going to get in touch. She hasn't got in touch. Can you find out which flight she has taken?
Okay, cool. Yeah, then that's cool. Then.
I'm sorry. I mean, we've already kind of gone over this ground, and I just have to say that she really does come off as someone who is very much in the game of deception and deceit. There is no way that her behavior makes sense to me at any. It just none of it makes sense to me now. Like even when I try to save her, I can't save her.
You've gone there.
Yeah, I think now she's already building the story of, hey, from a week from now. Now she's actively going after that piece. That, hey, a week can go by, we might not hear from her. So Peter went after it, but in a kind of a different way. No one's talking about that. And she brings it
Right.
up out of left field.
Yeah.
He's not said, well, we'll wait a week, like what had happened with Peter, right? Where Rahul had said, yeah, so, I just, we'll hear from her in a week. Like, let's just hope we hear from her in a week, or however he said that. And then
Right.
Peter jumped on that. Why is she on this? Why is she talking about this at this moment? Did I miss something?
Nope.
Okay. So
I
see,
don't think so.
I can't rescue this woman. I've tried.
Yeah.
I mean, something isn't correct. It doesn't have to mean anything more than something's not correct. But there's no way now. I can't, I don't understand. It's just the
Yeah.
behavior of someone who's not telling the truth. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. She digresses too much, which also fine. Like I can discount that as like, it could be just a personality trait. Some of us are like that. But it's like never gives a straight answer, explains evidence from both sides, is never committing to one story, and then keeps delaying giving an answer and delaying giving answers. It's like if Rahul is inquiring about something, it's like, yeah, wait a week. If he wants to take action, wait a week. But at the same time, also claiming that, yeah, Sheena might not get back in a week. It's just too, yeah, it's not. I don't think honest people really talk like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see her communication ever really going to the place of, gee, I'm worried.
Yeah.
Gee,
Yes.
you're worried. I'm going to worry now. I haven't been with her, talking to her for 3 years. You know her intimately well at this point. You're worried now.
Yes.
I'm worried. But just, laying out the timeline again and again and again.
Yeah.
But when there's like a direct question about, does she have family in Calcutta? Or what time was that message? Unless it goes to the narrative, nothing comes of it. She deflects constantly. So
Yes.
yeah,
That's the word I was looking for. Deflects.
yes, consistently and
Yeah.
persistently, and just nailing down these few things. Dropped her there, got this message thanking me, email on the 19th, email the next day, and just consistently hammering these things. And then when she gets in trouble, it's Nagpur, it's the domestic, no, it's the international, no, it's, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying anything that everybody else who's listening to this would think. I know that, but it just is so astonishing. These conversations at this point, it's just so absurd. Out of left
Yeah.
field, now she's talking about this. It's alibi construction. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's alibi
No, I'm
construction.
glad.
Full out, unapologetic, clear as day.
Yeah. No, I am glad you're making this point, and I think it does need to be said because it may seem obvious, but until you really think about it, it might not. It might just seem like a regular conversation. But this is
Well,
not how
let's put
usually
quotes
people
around
talk.
regular. Sorry. I
Sure.
don't think,
Yeah.
right. I know
Sure.
what you mean.
Yeah.
But like a drum beat from the beginning, there have been certain things that she consistently, and then when something doesn't work, it suddenly drops away. When he has a counter, when
Yeah.
Rahul has a counter,
Yes.
argument, like the phone being switched off. So then
Yeah.
she picked up on that. I don't know if you picked that up, and I was going to stop and say
Yes.
something about it.
Yes.
Remember how she was like, "Oh, I called her," and then Rahul was saying, like, how could she be having that conversation? I called her again and again and again, and her phone was switched off. How could she have been
Yes.
on the phone during that whole time? I couldn't get through.
Right.
right? So, that is in the back of Rahul's mind. He's not bringing it up again at this point, but it's in his little computer database. He's not forgotten that. It's not like he's dropped it. He is still on that, but he's just done talking about it. He knows. So that's why he's like, oh, so you called her. Oh, like you called her phone. Okay, when was that?
Yeah, I think he also knows it's not going to go anywhere. And I can't shake this sense that part of him does not want to give them any more information that they can develop explanations around in case this goes further. Like, I keep coming up with that sense. Maybe because we're listening to it now and it's been like 7-8 years, but it's like I keep thinking that the guy does not want to let them have explanations in case this ever goes to court, in case they ever question, etc., etc.
That's interesting. I hadn't thought of that. I thought he was employing the tactic, the less I say, the better, let them talk. Because I seem to be
Yes.
finding out more and more if I just keep my mouth shut, kind of go along with it, kind of question it,
Yes.
not really wholeheartedly. Every
Yes.
time he, makes a statement and, he suggests, well, anybody could have her cell phone, and he drops
Right.
these little bombs. And
Yes.
so we know he's really thinking, but he didn't bring up that, oh, really? He didn't say, oh, really? What time did you do that? Because remember, her phone was switched off. He just kind of goes, oh,
Yeah.
what time was that? So he
Yeah.
knows. He
Yes.
knows.
Yeah, I do agree with you that he's just letting them talk. I think he also knows that if he tries to not argue, but like just, hash it out, that they're not going to get it. They're not going to give in. They're just going to get more upset. And which means that this channel of communication could completely shut down and he gets nothing. So he can just play
Yeah.
it cool, let them talk, just drop little hints so that he can get a little more information, see how they react, but never
Mhm.
fully going into an argument and actually hashing out the facts.
Right. So, when this person said this thing in the office, presumably, about her mentioning Calcutta and her dad being there, okay, that's interesting in itself. But because he's not supposed to be from there, right? But
Yeah.
I do think he does have a relationship business-wise there, at that time. So, but the fact that he is mentioning this only now, it kind of puts them on the ropes. So it's
Yes.
kind of like when there's a lull of information, he throws something out.
Yeah.
It's like he's fishing,
Yeah. He should have
reeling
let it
them
go.
in. He's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just want to clarify this with you. When they say dad, you take that to mean as Siddharth Das, right? Indrani's first husband.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Not her father.
Not her father means not
Not
Indrani's
Indrani's father.
father.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Mr. Das has never relented on the point that those are his children. So
Yes.
whatever
Just
that
checking.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm speaking of him.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then if you can do that, if we don't hear from her from what she said, like in a week.
I don't hear you. Chances of you hearing are very remote. Suppose none of our friends here, nobody in the family here.
Yeah.
Then it's a different thing. Okay, now somebody, if she gets in touch with somebody at work by then, or somebody, any of her friends or me, she might not even want to get in touch with me, Rahul. I don't know. Okay, now if she gets in touch with anybody, whoever it is.
But listen, another thing also, Indrani, is she's going to need more money, right? She's left all of her bank cards and everything here. She's left her passports here. She's left all of her clothes. Everything is here.
So we don't know where she's gone. If she's going to come back in a week's time, then she might not need money. Or if supposing she generally shows up on Thursday, okay, then she doesn't need money, no?
Correct. So that's what I'm saying. So if she doesn't show up on Thursday because maybe she doesn't want to be in touch or she doesn't want to get in contact. What I'm saying is she'll have to at some stage because she'll need some finance, she'll need some money.
Yeah, but you don't need your bank card. Yeah, if she wants to access her account, Rahul, she can access it from anywhere.
Yeah, I suppose it's true. It's true. If you have ID and all that, then.
Because, I mean, you really don't need a bank card to get in touch, to take out money from your bank or to, and see, I honestly, Rahul, I don't think, who knows, I mean, she might have got a job somewhere, nobody knows what is the thing, we don't know, we are all doing guesswork, right? So let us wait till
Thursday. There's more and less likely sort of potential what could have happened. I don't think she's gone and got a job.
Yeah, so we are all assuming, and like I said, she might be tightly sitting somewhere and all of us are tearing her hair over it. There's no point doing that unless so let us wait. Now we have informed the cops. Okay, now the cops have found up to whatever information they have found. Now post this thing, she does not kind of they can only track the number that they have. Okay, now up till then they tracked it. Now, post that, we don't have a number that we can track her on. Correct? If we have a number, if we have even anything where we can track her on, then we can.
No, but
she said in that SMS also that she will give Indrani the new number.
Which
Once she sends that number across, then then she's got a new number for her. At least she's all right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But I haven't received anything so far. So
no, I'm saying, according to the SMS, she said, I'll get in touch in a week. I hope Rahul will reach me. And
Rahul actually got in touch with you. Are you absolutely sure she has not contacted any of her friends, Rahul?
I can't be absolutely sure. I can, Indrani. No. I can only be sure as much as they tell me. Same as I can only be sure as much as you tell me. So at this stage, I'm not believing anybody for anything. I'm just collecting the information and trying to put it together, and then I'll try and work it out myself. I can only take what people tell me, right? I can't force them to say something different, and I can only take it at face value as what people tell me.
They will tell you only as much as she asks them to tell you.
Correct. If they know something, if they're sort of helping her to stay away from me or from anyone or from everyone or whatever, then I can only know so much as what they tell me. No, I can only, the same as you. I can only know what you tell me and work it out from there.
And if they continue to tell you that we've not heard from Sheena at all, then that's what they tell you, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'll never know, and then I'll just continue worrying, and trying to find out more and more and more. Obviously. What else does one do in this situation? I mean, I wish I could just move on. I really wish I could, but I could only have done that had she told me herself, or had I got some kind of closure. Like, you know what I mean? Otherwise, it's impossible for me to move on. How can I? I'm stuck in this kind of this place at the moment.
Has she not told you anything, Rahul?
Told me anything in what sense? I'm telling you what I know. I told you what I know. I told you about all of it, about the Nagpur thing, and then how it's come up again and again, and then about this Nishant chap. You've told me of this name. I've told you what I know about this Nishant guy, and apparently what her friend told me, and how well she knows him and all of that. So I'm telling you all what I know. I'm not.
No, I'm saying, has Sheena not ever told you in the recent past, have you not got any sense from her body language, her regular conversation with you, that, she's not happy and wanting to move out?
No, none whatsoever. We had made plans and whatnot we just got engaged. We've made plans for getting married. We've thought that, and I said to her, look, if you go and meet Indrani, you go and meet Indrani for dinner, right? That's cool. You sent her a mail trying to patch up things. You go and meet her, and you want to do your MBA, we know that, right? If she can help you financially, and but she puts conditions on it. I'm just saying. I'm not saying this is what's happened, and that we must not be together. Then I'll understand that. You go and do your education. You do what you need to do, and I'll accept that. And in the future, I'll also be doing my thing, and in the future we can meet again. That's the discussion we've had, and so. This is why it's a little strange to me. It seems a little strange to me now that it's all, that what's going on is so suddenly so secret and so
What did she go back and tell you after that, just so that I get a sense of, because now you can tell me, the more information we share, the easier it is. Did she
Oh.
at any point go and tell you that Indrani A said that she's going to help financially, or B, that she has put conditions that if you are with Rahul, I will not help you?
No. She hasn't. What she did say. Let me. I have to think now. I have to sort of clear my head a little bit. After the first meeting, she came back mentioning the Nagpur thing, right, and the property situation in Nagpur. She had mentioned that Indrani had asked her to go to Nagpur and check out some properties. She has some 2 crores that she'd like to invest in property on the outskirts of Bombay in Nagpur, and one of which will be for Sheena, and one of which will be for Indrani herself. And that I am not supposed to know that Indrani had asked her not to tell me, and I am not supposed to tell Pete. Now I'm telling you guys because I'm obviously damn worried about her.
No.
That's what she told me after that meeting.
Really, till today, Rahul, till today, I know that's why Papa is also laughing till today. I mean, why would anyone want to go and invest in Nagpur? Of all the places in the world.
Exactly.
Why Nagpur? Why would I not, if I had 2 crores to invest, why would I not invest in Bombay?
Exactly.
Why would I not invest in...
Exactly. I know, exactly. Indrani, this is exactly what I said as well. Exactly what I said as well.
Nagpur of all the places in the world.
Sorry?
That's what Indrani takes away from what Rahul said. That Nagpur is not the place to invest.
Right.
Out of everything that he said, not that why would she not want to go with me, blah, blah, blah. Nagpur is not the place to invest.
Right.
Anyway,
We're back
sorry,
to
I
that.
didn't mean to.
No, that's okay. We're back to that, which we really weren't out of our minds about a few episodes back. The Nagpur thing. Here we are again.
I was thinking about something that struck me a little odd all of a sudden. This whole thing about her getting in touch or coming back in a week. Like, what for? If she's run away with the guy, she doesn't want to be with Rahul. But also, Rahul, according to Indrani, is the last person that Sheena would contact. Why would she get back in touch with people if she's gone off? Indrani's
I mean,
also
if
saying
I'm
she's the
creating an
last-
alibi, or if that's a true thing.
If that's the true thing.
If that's a
Like,
true
it makes
thing.
no sense. Why would she, like Indrani also says that, okay, this is what I mean. Indrani is saying that she will get back in touch with us in a week's time. But she's gone and she has a new life. She has a new job, whatever the scenario that Indrani thinks is happening. She will likely tell Rahul that she's broken up with him. But at the same time, Indrani claims that Rahul is the last person that Sheena will reach out to. Indrani is also saying that Indrani might be the last person that Sheena reaches out to. So who is she making these claims to that she's going to get back in touch and let them know what's going on?
Exactly.
Like, the two contradict to me.
Because they are contradictory.
Right. And that's like the first time I was like, why would she even do that? What is the point of that?
Well, I mean, especially when she's taken some money from me,
Mm-hmm.
And gone and done, and who knows what, right? Then it's, I mean,
right.
Then it's like, okay, so what's so bad about that then? If she's going to be back in a week.
Yeah.
Like, she's presenting it like, she's run off forever.
Right.
She stole the money. But here she reveals that, no, I have an email or whatever, a message, whatever. Who knows at this point? We've listened to her go on, but I've lost track. I simply can. It's hard to not just tune her out at this point. But, I'm hanging in there. But she, so then what is this like presentation of her character that, she's taken the money and run? Yeah. She says she's getting back to you in a week. Suddenly. Yeah. So then what was all of that?
Yes. Is she just taking time to think, or she's run away forever? Like, what's really going on?
Well, I'm sitting here asking myself the question of, what does a week give Indrani?
Yes. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't mean to stop us.
No. Good points. Here we go.
Was why Nagpur?
Exactly. That's exactly what I said.
I've never been to Nagpur in my
Or
entire
Nagpur.
life.
I have been.
Poor
Papa has been to Nagpur. I've never been to Nagpur in my life.
How is it?
I mean, if one would look at it, we are looking at investing in, so I did tell her that I did sell a property in Calcutta.
Mm.
And, I am looking at reinvesting.
Mm.
But in Goa, and I was also looking at something in Bombay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why would I want Sheena to come and see a property that, I'm investing in?
Mm.
And yes, I did at one point I did tell her last time when I was here, if you remember, when I was in Goa, because I was looking at property and Gautam uncle was here. At that point I told her, I said, in case you would like to come to Goa, instead of, if you can take off, you come to Goa, then I'm seeing properties there and you can also see it.
Mm.
Okay, so my conversation with her as far as property goes has been limited to that.
Yeah, correct.
Property goes, okay? Now on this Nagpur front, that, when she had told me that time that, there is someone, I think once you used to be that there is, somebody I have met, whatever he told me about this Bentley, whatever he owns a Bentley, because I was repeatedly asking, who's this guy? And he said he's from Nagpur. So that was the first time I heard the word Nagpur ever.
Okay.
Okay, first time I heard the word Nagpur from her.
Yeah.
Because in my scheme of things, I've never had Nagpur ever in my scheme of things or anything. I don't have friends in Nagpur. I don't have people I know in Nagpur.
Yeah.
I mean, Nagpur is just an alien. Nagpur is like Raipur or, whatever, Lucknow or anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it all sounds very cookie. Why I would want to go and invest in Nagpur is,
Yeah.
very,
That's
very
what I
awkward.
thought as well. I mean, why, exactly. That's exactly what I thought. Hello?
Very odd. Very. Yeah.
It is. So, now you're starting to understand what my...
She has sent you an email asking me, can you come with me to Nagpur? So you've seen, you see it in the evening. So you see it for yourself. I don't have to tell you anything. Rahul, you see it for yourself.
You know what, Indrani? You know what I think might be happening? I think whatever Sheena was doing was counting on the fact that me and you would not speak.
Yeah.
I think that is the crux of it, perhaps. Well, I just hope she's all right. That's all. She could have. We have. We've over the last.
At some point, I hope she gets in touch with at least any of us, me or Papa or whoever.
God, I hope so.
Suppose that she can do whatever she wants to do. I mean, honestly, I'm a very little, because it's really, I was telling Papa, I said I wish she had not contacted me, honestly, because I don't want someone firing a gun from my shoulder. Okay, that is. You want to run away with someone, you run away. You want to do whatever, I don't have a problem. Don't do it on my thing, That is, because it's just, very naughty to do that,
I don't know. I mean, look, at the end of the day, she's a smart girl. She's also a very sweet girl. And she's obviously felt that she's in a position where she's maybe left with little option but to try and get herself out of... she wanted to do her post-graduation. I know that. She had trouble getting a loan. I know that. So this is perhaps, a way of her to sort of achieve that, which is good. And I would have understood, all she would have had to say is, look, I've got a plan and I'm going to do it. You sit tight, don't worry. And we'll see you someday in the future. I would have said, right, TK, you do that. I understand that. But, with no word from her, that's what's left me completely zapped and worried. You understand? It's not. I'm not out to do anything to anyone. I'm not out to get anyone. I'm not out to cause problems for anyone. I actually want to get on with my bloody career and get going with it. But this is something that's really on my mind now, and it's,
Sorry, I didn't get that. What did you say?
I said I'm not out to cause problems for anyone. I'm not trying to guess anyone. I have no, nothing like that. All I'm trying to do is find out what what's gone on here with Sheena and what's happened to her, if anything. God forbid.
No, I can understand. I can understand your kind of, worried, because for you, it is just like, out of the blue, she suddenly kind of, and okay, now there is a thing, okay, so she, in fact, it is because Papa had insisted that she has to inform. She wanted to just leave. Let me tell you that also.
Oh, come on.
Papa had insisted that you have to inform. You cannot just leave. You can, because people will be worried if you just decide to just, walk out in the morning and, leave. It doesn't work that way. For precisely this reason. Exactly this reason. One person will tell them where you are, if somebody your contact forwarding contact in their rubbish. I think we'll do that. She must inform.
Exactly. I mean, there's a procedure by which to do things, and a responsible kind of way of doing things, which would not leave this kind of situation happening.
Anyway, at this point, I'm not really worried, Rahul, but I would,
right.
let us see.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing much we can do getting
The phone
worried,
call that doesn't
no?
die.
Correct.
There's nothing much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let us not, at this point, I think, as much, let's wait till Thursday, or even, I would say, even till Friday, okay? Let's wait, let's give a day's grace. And for some reason, if nobody till then hears, you don't hear, if doesn't hear, I don't, nobody back at home hears, then we will take a call at that point. Now, if she contacts anybody, even if she contacts someone in Guwahati, then we know that, okay, she's fine and, then let's, we all move on. Then, of course, she needs to kind of do whatever formality she has to do at work. Or something. If I want to get in touch with you, but let her put in her resignation, whatever she wants to do, let her do all that.
Correct.
I'm not counting so much on, her getting in touch with you. As long as she gets in touch with somebody.
That's cool, whatever.
Jeez.
As long as somebody knows that she's okay, somebody who's...
Taking deep breaths.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't call your fiance. Don't call the guy you're running away from.
Yeah. Not counting on
That is
that.
highly
She's gonna
suspicious.
count on everybody.
Yeah.
That she's going to contact anybody. Your watchman, building watchman, but you.
Yep. Okay.
Somebody who hears her voice, or somebody who, speaks to her and can verify that, she's fine. Hello? Hello?
I think this is a new call.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, I think we'll
Is
leave
that-
it there.
Was that Oscar snoring? A little Oscar?
That's Oscar. Oscar said, okay, that's enough of
Enough.
these phone calls.
Yeah.
He's saying, you guys wrap it up for today. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't even know what to say for the wrap up. I really don't. It's
Honestly, me neither.
no. And we'll have to see next time where this all leaves us. I do think that I have come to the official decision on Indrani, at least. There are definitely moments with Peter that I am feeling like we were discussed last time in the last episode, that, he seems to be now joining in more of these stories, whereas before it was sort of not that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's explaining more when Indrani makes a point.
Yeah.
Like he's yeah.
And, I'm hoping that whatever happens in the next calls, that we actually come to some kind of decision or come to some kind of conclusion about Peter.
Yes.
Yeah. But Indrani, for sure, I'm done.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
What
okay.
about you?
Yeah.
She's definitely not keeping This is not someone who's telling the truth.
No, I don't think so either. I'm with you. I honestly can't get over the basic thing, which is how can you not be concerned about your own daughter or
Yeah,
sister?
that's what I'm thinking during
How?
all this talking.
All of, yeah. I have so much certainty that you can say honestly, I'm not concerned. I don't get that.
She's run off with a guy that no one knows who it is,
Yeah, but I'm not concerned.
but I'm not concerned.
Even if they run off, like you would at least be like, okay, contact me, let me know that you got wherever you had to reach safely. I won't tell Rahul, the guy you're supposedly trying to run away from. So much
Right.
certain, it just baffles me because it seems like there's an ulterior motive there.
Yeah, and I'm very deeply troubled about, Peter's insistence that now, it's like we had a discussion with Sheena. She wanted to
Yes.
get out of this relationship. We held back. It rounded back there again, at the end here.
Yes. That fell out of my head, and that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, didn't Indrani say that Peter told Sheena that you can't just run away, you have to tell? Like he actually
Yeah,
told
and
her himself?
yeah, it was made to sound like that, but it was,
Yeah.
before it was as if Andrani was telling him, and he
Yes.
said, "No, you're not going anywhere. Someone has to tell."
Yes.
So exactly.
Again, it's changed. Or
Again,
there's something new. Like there's
it's
embellishment.
right. So you don't know whether the truth was before
Yeah.
or now or
Yeah.
not
Or this is
hasn't been
just,
spoken yet. Yeah.
yeah. Or this is just something new. Like just something new entirely. Because I thought Peter and Sheena never met or they didn't speak.
Oh no, they definitely have met.
No, like before she disappeared. Like if Peter wasn't, if he
No,
wasn't
they
around.
didn't. They're speaking of as if he's spoken to Sheena on the phone about this whole thing.
That is just so, that's bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just so new that it's coming up now. Because, like you said before this, it was only through Indrani when it came up in the context of meeting the guy's parents. Now
Right.
it's like he
And
actually talked to her,
yeah, exactly.
and it's not even coming from him; it's coming from her,
Correct.
and he's not saying anything, which makes them look even more like they're aligned.
Yes. Everything you just
So
said.
hard.
Oh well, Oscar is going to give us the answer, everyone,
Yes.
for the next and last installment of the phone calls. So we'll see you
Sounds
next
good.
time.
See you next time.